What's up, y'all? This is Ty. We are here to review Greenleaf, Season 4, Episode 10. But before we get into that, let me shout out my Greenleafers. You know that's what I call y'all. Yeah, it's corny, right? But my Greenleafers. These are the people who have been leaving comments and watching my videos and helping this little channel grow. So I got to give y'all a shout out. These people here, they've been holding me down. I'm going to shout y'all out right now, and I appreciate it. Simply be yourself 100. Thank you so much. You're always in the comment section. You're always rooting for a brother, making funny comments about these shows and these episodes, and you complimenting me on my singing. Thank you. I appreciate that. Usher Morrison channel, same thing. Thank you. You're always in the comment section, always complimenting me, and I appreciate it. Jennifer Calhoun, Priscilla Cromwell, Ayo Verrett, Tori, Maritza Liana, Gail Freeman, Ivoriani, my boy A. Henderson, AVOF Soprano 75, Tori Samura, Caramel 624, Ring My Bells Natural Hair Journey, Lashane W, Reese Baby, PKNCRM, Posh V, Mia Holloway, Motown Investor, JL O'Brien, and Shell 1984. Thank you all my Greenleafers. And if there's anybody I forgot, charge it to my head, not my heart. And if I mispronounce your name, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. All right, we got that out of the way. Let's get right into it. Like I said, this was episode 10. This is the season finale, right? Or is this the mid-season finale? I know I saw the right after it ended, they said Greenleaf will return in 2020. So I was like, okay, so is this the mid? It didn't say when in 2020. So is this the mid-season finale, or is this the season finale? Because you know some of these shows do that. They come back in January or whatever. Let me know in the comment sections. Anyway, the episode kicked off right where we left off, I should say, right where we left off last week with Grace on the pulpit saying she's stepping down. This is her last day, and she gets down and she leaves. Now, you know, okay, this is your last day, but can we get a sermon? You know, she's but you know, you gotta love TV. She's stepping down and she's walking over. Her son is in the aisle. So I'm thinking AJ's there. So I'm like, okay, so is she gonna do this dramatic, this is my son, everyone, blah, blah, blah. That's what I was expecting. But I guess that would have been kind of corny and very Hollywood. They didn't do that. But Grace did walk down the aisle and out of the church with him. And, you know, AJ's telling her that he plans on turning himself in. So for those of you who said you believe that he stole the medication, you were right. He did steal it, and he wants to turn himself in. Grace doesn't think that's a good idea. She's telling him he should not do it. He should not turn himself in. But you know what? Someone else in the comment section made a good point. When you mentioned that, you know, maybe AJ is sick and he's taking his medication for a reason. He stole his medication for a reason. That's a good theory. But then again, I mean, your mother's rich. You could have just got the money from her and got a prescription, you know, for whatever it is you need. But something is really going on with him, because now he's doing this whole thing of, let me turn myself in and just forget you ever knew me and all this. He tells his sister Sophia, you know, just forget about me. Don't, just leave it alone. I don't want to be bothered, you know, all that type of stuff. So I don't know. I think there's more. Well, we know there's going to be more to his story, but something's up with him, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. What's up with him? Anyway, they're still trying to get the H&H is still trying to get these votes and get their, you know, the majority of they want to get these votes in so that they can be in the be on the board and control everything and have full control over the church. And like, you know, they want to make Harmony and Hope not just, they want this to be the headquarters for this whole takeover project that they got going on. Now, Bob Whitmore is pissed off because He wanted Grace. He really did want Grace to lead all of this. And he's like, why did she step down? We see him asking Judy, and he's asking Phil, what's going on? What happened? They mentioned his whole secret son, but Whitmore's pissed. He's like, what is it with this family? It's always something with this family. I thought she was the clean one. Damn. I'm trying to do this monopoly of churches and take over the world and have her lead this, and she's messing up. Something's got to be done. He's like, and Judy, what happened to you getting this board? We still didn't get this done. And he's like, oh, Judy says to him, it's because they knew that the deaconess had taken the bribe. He's like, listen, I'm sending you home because you messing up too. Like, Bob Whitmore's not playing. He told Judy he's sending her home. But then Judy does something real shady too. She mentions, oh, Phil is in love with the singer. She don't even give Charity a name. The singer. And Phil's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, you're in love with her now. And Bob ain't pleased about that. He lets him know, you know, I ain't too pleased with what you did with my daughter. And now you with this singer. Yeah, okay. Right. So what they have to do is the Greenleafs there's still hope. They're like, we have Charity. When they do this vote, Charity, we're going to have to somehow convince Charity to vote on our side so that we can keep control. So we see the bishop go to Charity, who I'm really so sick of. She's so ridiculous. And he goes to her and she's like, oh, you need me now? And like, she's just up on her high horse. She's feeling herself. And it looks like she did not vote the way they needed her to vote. But then some other interesting turns happen. Bob Whitmore calls Lady May. And he tells Lady May that he wants her to lead this thing. He wants her to be, and he wants her to help bring black and white together. And, you know, we can worship together in this big mega church. And she's like, that's not going to work. But, you know, once he says he wants her to be the spearhead of this and he needs her, she's gassed up and she's like, yeah, I think I can do this. We can do this. She says yes to it. Bishop is not too pleased about this because he's like, you know, you're getting ahead of yourself. You're so ambitious, but you're being crazy. You're getting in bed with this white crook. That's basically what he said. And he's like, no, come on, that's ridiculous. But, you know, she wants to still do it. Charity. Let's stick with Charity. Charity, I'm trying to think when I was watching tonight's episode. Not only is she a snake, she's still the biggest fool. Even her mama called her a dummy or stupid tonight in tonight's episode. You know, and I'm like, she's just so, she's not too bright. I'm still trying to figure out how she fell in love so hard with Phil. How is this? But she goes to her mother and she tells Lady May, she's like, I just want you to know I didn't have anything, lying, I didn't have anything to do with this. I didn't have anything to do with Phil, whatever he pressured on Charity. Lady May's looking at her like, come on, you think I'm stupid? You know, what, he got bugs in here now? How did he figure this out? Come on. You are nothing but a helpless pawn. I don't even fault you. Basically, that's what Lady May told me. I don't even fault you. You just dumb. You just a helpless pawn. You just can't find love. You so desperate to hurt your sister, and you so desperate to find your way, and you're a fool. So we also see that Phil decides to propose. He proposes to Charity. And I'm like, okay, maybe he really does love her. That's what I'm thinking. But when Phil is confronted again by Whitmore, because Whitmore has had this meeting with Lady May, and Phil is confronted by Whitmore after that meeting because Lady May told Whitmore that how Phil pressured pressured Grace into stepping down. So now Whitmore is pissed and he's hot. And he's like, you know what? You're done here. You're done here because Lady May told me what you did and how you did. That was despicable. Old low down, sneaky, no good Phil is like, listen, what do I have to do? I was like, Dad, somebody like that? What do I have to do? I mean, you took my church, you did this, I need to lead a church. What do I have to do to make this right? I will do anything to make this right. And I'm like, oh, this man is, not only is he low, he's desperate. I have no respect for Phil at all. He says, I will do, yeah, it gives me a headache. He's like, I will do anything to make this right. That's what he says. I will do anything to make this right. So, that old sneaky Bob Whitmore smirks and he's like, okay, anything. Okay. Then we cut to the next scene. Phil is visiting the Greenleaf's home. He is talking to Lady May. And he lets Lady May know, oh, yes, that deal with you and Phil, that deal with you and Bob Whitmore, nah, that's done. I'm in, you're out, and we're demolishing the church. And she's like, what? And he's like, that's probably Whitmore calling you now. Now, here comes Charity she's all in love, and she just floated down those stairs. Hi, baby. Now, see, if I was Lady May, right after he said that, he would have to get out of my house. Him and Charity. I'm like, you know what? Oh, you did that? Oh, you got to go. But Charity takes him upstairs because he says, I have news for you. And I knew. That's why I was like, I knew something was up. And this is the funny part. So Phil takes Charity upstairs, and they're in her home, and he lets Charity know, I'm not going to marry you. I'm going to marry Judy. He said he would do anything to that Whitmore wants him to do. See, who can respect a man like that? No pride. And if he really truly loved Charity, he would have just took the L and stayed with Charity. But this is a man who's desperate to be on top. This is a man who's desperate to be in that leadership. I mean, come on. If you really loved her, you would have went and got your little storefront church. You and Charity would have lived happily ever after. But no, this man doesn't love her. He's a snake climbing the top, and he'll do anything, even marrying Judy. Come on. He's going to marry Judy. So, Charity, you are the biggest fool. Good for you, because that's what you get for going against your sister, because what you did to Grace was dirty. This is what happened. The moral of the story here is you don't win when you're just not right. You just don't win. And when you do things, it just came back to you really quick. It's like you just chain of fools. You are the whole chain of fools, Charity. Is that the perfect song for her, or is it Fool's Paradise? Wait, I got another one. What a fool believes she sees. Ba, 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 ba. One more. I don't want to be a fool ever again. Those are your theme songs. So you are just a fool. A complete fool. And I kind of feel bad for Charity, but then again, I don't. She's getting what she deserves. But wow, I was like, look at that. That's crazy. Move right along. Let's go on to Clarissa. We see her speaking to Grace, and Grace had agreed to sell her shares of the house. Now Grace tells her, no, I can't. But Clarissa got other problems. She's like, oh, that's fine. I got to go off to the doctor or whatever. So I'm like, what's she got to do? What's going on here? She's like, please don't be positive. Clarissa has chlamydia. She done caught chlamydia from who? From, what was his name? Fernando, tipping out on her husband. She done brought back a little disease here. So she is shook. She's embarrassed. The doctor tells her, I can tell you some ways of treatment for you to bring back and tell your husband. She's like, well, I didn't get it from my husband. Embarrassing, yeah. damn, you're going to step out, at least use protection. Yeah, you might want to do that. Yeah, you might want to do that. So she's all feeling all itchy and that. I'm so immature. I shouldn't have said that. But she's all, down. She's got the chlamydia. And the scene that's hilarious to me is when she has to tell Jacob. But the way she does it, Jacob, he's thinking he has diarrhea and he's asking her about some cranberry pills or whatever. She's like, you don't have diarrhea. She tells him, I have chlamydia. He flips out. He's like, how long has it been? And I knew it was with that Fernando, isn't it? It's with Fernando, isn't it? He tells her to get out. Get out. We done. She's like, you telling me to get out and you throwing me away after all the cheating you did on me? She said, after all the cheating you did on me. So Jacob said, I ain't bring you no diseases. I'm like, true. He ain't bring you no diseases. I mean, he cheated on you and he was wrong, but he ain't bring you no diseases. She said, you are the disease. And she said, I ain't going nowhere. Now, see, this is my problem with Clarissa. Where's your family? Where's your parents? Because she said something slick like, you trying to throw me out of your mama's house. I ain't going nowhere. Where's your mother at? Why don't you go stay with your mother? Because where's your pride, Clarissa? Why would you want to stay in this house with this dude? He's telling you get out. This is his family. And I'm trying to understand why she's so into them and trying to figure out what they have and this, that, and the third. Go to your family. Get out of his family's house. Go to your family. We also see Clarissa go to Fernando and he gives her some information about the property. And it turns out it may look like Bishop and them might have killed somebody to get this house. So Fernando's like, what do you have to tell me? And she tells him, you know what I have to tell you, Fernando? You gave me chlamydia. And she smacks him into next week. Slaps him into next week, I should say. And then she walks out. He deserved that. He did deserve that. But you laid down with him. So, I mean, come on. So she brings the heat back to Jacob, because Jacob is like, you still here? You ain't find no cheap hotel to go move into? And she's still saying she's not leaving. And as she presents her evidence, she's saying, it looks like your family might have, killed for this house. So now you doing this blackmail thing too? What are you trying to accomplish? Clarissa, go sit down somewhere. Take your stuff. Get a divorce. Get him for a little bit of money or whatever you can. But why do you want this house and all that? Get out of here with that. I understand. But right now, I understand you were hurt. He messed up in the marriage as well. He's not innocent, yes. But you walking around here with chlamydia and you popping all this junk and you trying to blackmail somebody. Take your medication and get out of this house. Like, why are you so into somebody else's property? I'm really not feeling you. I'm not feeling you. You know who else I'm not feeling? What's her name? Sophia. Sophia, this is very tacky. I know you weren't close with that girl, but now you and Dante are all lovey-dovey, kissing and hugging, smooching and carrying on. I don't like this at all. I'm a loyal person, and maybe she doesn't know the girl that well, but you know that girl was friends with your cousin. How you so up and into this dude already? I don't like that. It's tacky. Get some class. Just pissing me off. It looks like the church is going to be torn down. Why are they tearing down the church? Why is Calvary being torn down? We see AJ saying he's turning himself in still. And Grace is standing there saying her prayers, and she's just hurt. She's saying her family's falling apart, that they're losing the church. And then this strange man pops up on the property, and he's saying things like everything has an expiration. And he mentioned, is Faith your sister? Because, Grace was standing at the gravesite, but she's still on the family property. And I'm trying to figure out, who is this dude with these dreadlocks? Kind of looking like AJ. And I'm like, who's this guy? One of my friends said that they think that that's perhaps Faith's son, or he might have a connection with AJ, something like that. He's connected somehow, but I was trying to figure out who is he, why is he on the property, why is he creeping me out. That's what I was trying. That's what I was trying to figure out. But I mean, this was a really good episode. It's leaving us hanging. We got to find out what's going to happen. Are they going to tear down the church? How is Lady Mae going to get out of this one? How's the family going to get that church back? Like, come on. Do they have any things that they can pull from? What can they do? I mean, how can they figure? I'm trying to figure out what can they do. They do know about the whole thing with the deaconess taking the bribe money, but I don't know. Is it too late for that? Some stone has to be turned over that can save this church and get this family back in the church. But we just have to wait and see till to the new season, or when the show returns, to find out what's going to happen. But anyway, I thought it was really good. I'm still laughing because poor Charity just got played tonight. What a fool. Whitmore's still in charge. I want to know why why you got to tear the church down, though. Why you got to do all that? But Whitmore may still turn on Phil too. I don't know. Once Phil marries Judy, he might still send them off somewhere else. You never know. You can't trust any of these people. But anyway, that's it for now. Tell me your thoughts below. Who was that dude with the dreads? Who was he? That was at the end of the scene with Grace. Who was that? Who is he? What's going on with that? What was that about? Somebody help me with that. I'm trying to figure it out. Anybody give me some theories? I don't know. It has to be connecting with something. He kind of looked like AJ, like I said. But anyway, I'm starting to ramble. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And be blessed. I am out. A brother got to work in the morning. See you later.